I'm leading seaman Guillaume Durand from Montreal, Quebec, a sonar operator on board HMCS Regina.
Sonar operators are underwater operatives who closely examine the marine environment and how sound travels through water. They are part of the operations group that advise the command team on board Canadian warships and submarines on all activity below the surface. Using sophisticated equipment, they perform target motion analysis, run simulated battle scenarios, and brief command on potential threats to the ship and her crew.
We have a lot of sensors on board. So we have passive sensors, we have active sensors, we have sonobuoys that we throw in the water and we can listen to.
Sonar operators are trained specialists who manipulate sensitive audio sensors within a water column to detect, locate, and track enemy submarines. Sonar operators are agile mission planners who use their expertise to create and execute anti-submarine warfare plans. They carefully monitor ocean sounds and are always on the alert for a potential torpedo, the deadliest threat to a ship at sea.
Torpedo, 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 torpedo bearing 030, 5,500 yards.
Some of the core skills for sonar operators include problem solving, critical thinking, and analysis. Operators must pull together information from oceanographic data and the data from their sensors to maximize the ship's detection capability. There's always a challenge around the next corner, and sonar operators must have a high level of concentration and pay acute attention to detail.
Loud underwater explosion heard aft. It says torpedo was seduced by Nixie. Recommend search for submarine.
Or Roger.
You don't just do underwater stuff. You're also a sailor. When the ship comes in and out of harbor, we do the quarterdeck lines. There's other secondary duties you can do, like I'm part of the naval boarding party.
Sonar operators work with other nations in the planning and execution of a mission, like assistance to an international task force to stop the illegal trade of narcotics and human trafficking.
I've done a lot of exercises and it's fun, you know. I love doing that stuff because you're actually doing your job, you know. You're actually doing the sonar op job.
Oro, bring the ship to action stations.
We've been through a couple of instances where we've been to action stations and for an unknown threat, and it's pretty exciting.
Ready, port tube number 2. Fire!
After their training is completed, sonar operators are posted to their first ship, either in Halifax, Nova Scotia, or just outside Victoria, BC, where they integrate into a team of sonar operators and other professionals. They immediately begin practical training and working towards a qualification that allows them to become an active member of the ship's duty watch. They become an integral part of the warfighting team in the ops room, and sonar operators can also volunteer for submarine service.
It's an experience, you know. My job every day, I can be doing something different. There's so much you can do.
Sonar operators may have the opportunity to specialize as a shipborne air controller. That means being responsible for the control of helicopters and planes operating with the ship. They also operate unmanned aerial vehicles which extend the ship's surveillance capabilities. A typical day at sea for any sailor can include practical experience and team training, such as simulated fire, flood, or medical emergencies called damage control that involve the entire ship's company. When not on duty, sailors have time to exercise and relax with colleagues. They eat their meals together, have personal access to internet and email, and communicate regularly with friends and family back home by satellite telephone.
I've been around the world once, you know, completely around the world, and I'm doing it again this year, so it's going to be my second time. I'm still young. I just turned 30 and I still want to travel. Every deployment that comes up, I'm putting my name in for it.